Hello, Twitch. Welcome in, everyone. Happy Monday. Hopefully everyone's having a lovely day. Finally managed to stream on Monday again. Sorry I missed last week. Just was Mr. Tired and Grumpy, I guess, last Monday. I don't know. Not today, though. Today we're making bagels. After I finished my little bit of cleanup here that I didn't manage before stream started. Leave that over there with the dirty stuff. Coffee. So hopefully everyone's having a lovely start to their weeks. Hopefully everyone's trying new, exciting new foods. I still have not closed the Wednesday dinner vote. And actually, I'm going to do that right now. Let's see what we've got for that right now, because I've been procrastinating. And we're still at a tie. We're still at a tie. Okay, we're going to flip a coin here. I'm going to say heads, Oreos, tails, bison. That wasn't supposed to hit the ceiling like that. You know, it's not like I'm outside or something. Let's redo that. I can't see it. It's underneath the counter. Oreos it is. So what the heck am I gonna do for Oreos for a savory dish? Ugh. But that is gonna be Wednesday. I get to figure out what to do for that in 48 hours here. Okay, back to making some coffee here. Let's get the quarter off the board. I just keep giving myself more and more projects lately. I'm just falling more and more behind on keeping everything status quo here. I've now got a massive cleanup project between now and Wednesday. I've got my computer thing coming here this week so I can set up my own little Raspberry Pi NAS. And I'm going to end up having to take apart both of my PCs. Not because I'm changing all that much. I'm changing the hard drive in this one. And going to clean them both out. I guess the biggest change is actually mostly tomorrow, which is going to be clean out. Because I'm letting go of some things that I seem to have attachment to for no good reason. It's sort of silly how that... Ain't nothing left in that bag. Getting low on sugar here. I need to buy more sugar and raw too for my drinks. That poured a little bit lighter than I anticipated. It's sort of funny now that I've spent some time researching, watching stuff about coffee and learning stuff about coffee. All the misnomers that I was taught by the people that were supposedly experts beforehand. It's just sort of like the idea you want your coffee freshly roasted. But you don't necessarily want it freshly roasted as in yesterday. You want it freshly roasted in like maybe a week, 10 days, a little bit more. Cheers, folks. Happy Monday. Good stuff. Alright, we're going to start with doing some bagels tonight. Which means I'm going to need a cup and a half of water. And a little dairy. I'm going to warm this up for our yeast. Bring this up to about 110 or so. Now is the time that I wish I had a small instant read thermometer still. I mean, I've got... I can give that one a shot. I doubt it's accurate, though. I don't want to have to calibrate it. It's not reading too much different. But they put a wrench on these things because they are constantly inaccurate. You have to calibrate these things like every time you use them. So we'll just go with surface temp for right now because I don't feel like getting the proper probe off the side of the fridge here. We're already up to 90 some degrees here. It's not going to take much more for us to get there. I don't know, we're really there yet. We're close. I was going to start heating up the oven here so we can crisp up some bacon. We'll need it for the bagels later anyways, but... let's go with that. Yeast. It's sort of interesting how you watch this. The yeast will initially sink to the bottom, and then they'll start bubbling back up to the top. And so you notice it'll get lighter, and then it'll start bubbling. Cheers, yeast. So we're going to use both AP flour and bread flour in tonight's bagels. So that was 3 cups of bread flour. Now I'll do 1 cup of AP flour. I'm sifting this mostly because the bread flour has been sitting in that sack nice and densely packed. You want to do a little aeration there. To our battle. To war. What all do we have pop up here? You got one thing there, one. I think we're gonna go with haste because you have to run all over the place. We have to run all over the place. I was hoping I could put killing field down. Victory. Easy win. On a hard map, too. Atomic Stuff getting them kills. Toto helping out with the assists. Entropy getting the scroll. Now it's time for the loyalty skin chest, though. This was the big winner map of this set, for lack of a better term here. And I'm going to start over here on this side. But we're obviously going to want someone to watch our back here. Alright, back to making bagels. We need some salt in here because we want our bagels to taste like something. A little brown sugar. Well, I'm gonna mix that into here. That's gonna make those a lot happier than the flour. Though I can already tell by that nice dense foam on the top of that we got some happy yeast in there already. Okay, so we got some sugar and salt in there. Don't need that, don't need that. Anything else we need to put in with this before we start mixing and kneading and all that good jazz? I think we are there. I'm gonna give this yeast just another moment to do its thing. We got our oven preheating. Why don't we ready our bacon for cooking? Welcome, Raiders! Happy to have you. Thank you for that raid, El Chosen One. We're just getting started here tonight. Gonna be doing all sorts of lovely stuff, debating if I want to cut these in half. Yeah, let's do these in half. I'm gonna be making bagels tonight from scratch, yeast bagels. We're gonna be obviously cooking some bacon. Gonna be doing steak sandwiches, gonna be doing breakfast sandwiches. I apologize that my shout out didn't work there. That's been buggy on me. I'll do that here. I'll give you a proper shout out here in a moment. Thank you for that raid. What were we coming from doing? What were we all hyped up from already? Do have to admit to anyone new, this is a bit of a chill stream. Just me cooking dinner and hanging out and relaxing with a little rock or a little jazz. Eggs Benedict with candied. Oh, nice. Well, we do have the ongoing war in my channel points between bacon and chocolate. So if we have any diehard fans between bacon and chocolate, I don't know what I was trying to say there. Bacon or chocolate, now's your time to let it be known. So we got this set up. This is gonna go. Oh, our oven's already at 400, so let's throw that in there. That bacon's a little bit on the thinner side for my style, so we'll take a look at that after 15 minutes. The ad symbol, it was the bot. There's some issue with the bot that's messing it up. Thank you for the raid. And so for anyone new, I stream here 4 nights a week. Now, I used to do 3 nights. And tonight we're doing bagels and some sandwiches off of bagels. Wednesday I'm going to be doing my next ingredient challenge. I just actually did a coin flip because we had a tie vote in my Discord. We're going to be doing Oreos as an ingredient on Wednesday. So I'm going to have to make dinner and dessert using Oreos. Usually it's the dessert that's a little bit harder to do. Oreos, you got a million and one things you can do for dessert. Now I'm sort of wondering what the heck I'm going to do for dinner. But change camera angle so we can see your head. Hey Candy Bear, thank you for joining in tonight. KMJ, happy to see ya. Scramble is all loosely culinary or culinary business related, but it is multinational. So it is not just all English. So we're going to add our yeast, water, and a little bit of dairy in with our bread flour, salt. And there was some sugar I threw in with the yeast. We're going to make sure we get all that out with a spatula here. Did I actually set a timer for that bacon? I did. Okay. I am notorious for forgetting to set timers. So I'm going to start my kneading almost with the paddle here, or with my spatula. Just working the dough and folding it over itself. And this is looking dry enough that I think I can switch to doing this with my hands. And I'm gonna get my board out of the way for this project too. Yeast bagels. Traditional bagels. We're gonna boil them and then we're gonna bake them. It's gonna take me on the order of 2.5 to 3 hours here. Which will give me plenty of time to toy with fillings and other good things for everything else. Like caramelizing onions and peppers for with our steak sandwiches. Yeah, but I ain't got no Brooklyn water. I also don't have a stand mixer, so I do all my kneading by hand here. Thank you for that follow. Thank you too, KMJ. And stretch out all of those protein fibers. Thank you for the bits. Appreciate that, Karif. I'm okay with hand mixing. I've actually been debating getting one, but I don't mind it too. I don't know. Like if it was a desperate thing for me, I could do it right now, but oh, we got some snipers there in chat, so you may be worried. You might have to scramble. It depends on who all gets involved. Ooh, you got a long one too. They get even longer than that too. Well, not all of them are English, Darth. Getting smoother. Yeah, you're right. The Z really throws it off. I didn't even notice the Z. I was thinking like lactobacillus, lacto. Can't quite figure out what that one is. Welcome in, Techno. That could easily be it. You do have to join with exclamation mark scramble for each game if you do want to join in. I sort of hacked it. The game was originally designed to be like a challenge between people in chat, and I decided to just create it. Turn it into something that the bots run in normally for people to join in with. So all you have to do to join in is type. Yeah, but all you would have had to have done is type exclamation mark scramble to get it. Well, you have to think not just cannibalization as far as being a cannibal. Cannibalization is a term when it comes to the to just general business, where you're cannibalizing your own business when you start competing against yourself, sort of a thing. So we'll allow this to rest for an hour or so, let it to double. I actually sort of feel like we need a little more oil in there, but I think we'll be okay. Got another minute and a half here until our bacon's out of the oven. Nice. Took a look at the bacon. We're going to give that another couple minutes. That is all the rage right now, isn't it? Though I was just hearing about a game the other night called Loodle. Has anyone heard of that one? Wordle or Loodle? Lewd as in inappropriate. It's the same thing as Wordle, but it's nothing but like inappropriate words. I forget where I was seeing that. It was another streamer. Yeah, I don't think he's on, so I don't know. I can't remember his name. Bacon. Bacon. Crispy bacon. Crispy bacon. Yeah, the oven alarm is a bit whiny. Sort of wish I could change it with some of my much more relaxing alerts that I got going on with the rest of the stream. Hey, Mr. Play Carrington, welcome in. Did you finish up playing Myst? I was watching Mr. Play Carrington play Myst the other night. Bringing back a bunch of memories from being a kid. So I'm just gonna do rings with the peppers. Leave the seeds in and everything. They're really sweet peppers, so I'm not worried about the seeds bringing any heat. More worried about them being a little too textured, but whatever. Nice. Sometimes there's some snipers that I've seen people lurking in the past and see a word they know and just jump in immediately, scrambling the word and just beat everyone out to it. Thinking I might pan sear the beef tonight rather than getting the grill pan out for this. Piece of meat that I have for tonight's sandwich is labeled as flat meat, which I'm assuming is a part of the flank. Assumption. But it's part of the quarter steer that I've purchased last summer. We're wrapping up here. Well, I don't know what the final number. I stopped counting how many words there were when we were up in the 1600s. There's a couple that I've seen repeated, but it is sort of rare. Battle. Finish cleaning this garlic up and then we'll go to war. my Discord notifications. Apologies. Toto getting those kills for us. Who's gonna get the 200 gold? Toto! Nice, thank you. And congrats. Ooh. We go for the pyramid boss, or we go for the... I think we should go for this top one. See what we get in 30 minutes here. Join in the battle. Back here to the board. I went and gave you permissions there, Sea Candy. Let's see what we got going on here. Oh, we got another clove nested inside of this one. We're just gonna toss that. Alright, let's get to cooking some onions and peppers. Hey, Minnesota Toss! Welcome in. What's a mug? I start off my stream every stream by making myself a cup of coffee. So that's just some coffee. Got my handy dandy Haria. And to be honest, I'm not a coffee expert. I've sold lots of coffee. I've made a lot of coffee, but I don't consider myself an expert. For me, it's more, I have a little bit of a rush up to the beginning of my stream, and I'm usually all a little frazzled and not sure what's what when stream's going. And so the coffee is a good, relax into things. Add a little cooking oil. How you doing tonight, Taz? Happy to see you in. I'm working on proofing some dough for bagels. It's on the counter in front of me in the closed bowl there. We're gonna caramelize some onions and peppers and garlic. Gonna be doing a steak sandwich. And we're gonna be doing a breakfast sandwich too, because we got some lovely crispy bacon here. Do I prefer cooking with... Oh, butter. Always butter. Butter's always better. Not always true. Like, modern science shows us that due to butter fats, it's actually a horrible thing to use for lining your pans. It's actually more likely to make things stick than make them release. Whereas oil... it's just oil. That said, I still use butter to line my pans for a half dozen things anyways. We're not quite at smoke point here. We're using canola tonight. Which, to be honest, I don't know off the top of my head what the smoke point of canola is. I would guess it's 400, 450. I normally use sunflower and advocate for sunflower over other ones as far as cooking oil. If it's American butter, absolutely unsalted. I don't use salted butter really at all when it comes to American butter. If we're talking like artisan crafted cultured butter like French butter or several other regions, then absolutely salted. Nice. Bit of salt. Okay, a bit more salt. A little pepper. Now let's add all these peppers in there, and we're just going to sweat this all down until it's a lovely, delicious, sugary mess. The recommendation I usually give out, and I've given out a couple of times now, so if you don't see it initially with the initial scrambled letters, try just scrambling them again and throwing them back down and chat again. Because just for myself visually, I'll sit there and re-scramble things. But if you re-scramble them, I can see things that I didn't see the first time. That's true too, Candy. I think tonight's gonna be a drinking night. I was still actually sort of debating that. But right now I'm sort of leaning towards this bottle of scotch that I got here that I picked up on Thanksgiving, or for Thanksgiving. That has been quite tasty. But if anyone's new in here, we have lots to drink here. We have lots of things to choose from. There is currently 3 bourbons, 3 gins, 3-4 rums. Often do drink wine here on stream. We drank wine here last night. I took out a bottle of Zinfandel last night. But I think we're going to have a little Glenmorangie. Just their basic 10-year. But compared to the caramelly, sweet bourbons, this is much more, I almost want to say floral or light. It's got almost some like citrus-like notes in comparison. Turn that down to a nice low temp. That'll just slowly caramelize all of that. Lychee! Did I have lychee as an ingredient challenge yet? I don't think so. I think it got voted on at one point. Let's see, how is our bread looking? Or our bagel dough? Well, that's definitely proofing. That's definitely a bit bigger than it was before, but not quite there yet. We're going to give that a bit more time. We got our bacon set, we got our avocado set. I think it's time to work on our meat. Let's see what exactly we got here. This is part of my quarter steer that I bought. It's like a hard fruit. Oh, lychee. Lychee or lychee or lost on proper pronunciation there. See what we got here. I don't really know what he's labeling flat meat here. Yeah, this is probably a part of the flank. I don't know if we really need to remove all this. I think I'm just going to treat this like a flank. Yeah, this looks just like... We'll do a short little marinade here. All the usual candidates here. Worcestershire sauce. Worcestershire sauce. Bit of soy sauce. Splash of fish sauce. We can definitely do some pepper in there. Some onion, some garlic. Yep. Fish sauce. Umami. Well, you can thank fish sauce for many things in our current culture. You can thank fish sauce for ketchup. Because the first ketchups were disgusting fermented mushroom, anything under the sun combinations that were... I mean, that's actually how Heinz really made his name, was standardizing and making a safe product. It was less that it was a good product and more that it was one that wasn't going to kill you. But the fish sauce it's along the same lines of soy sauce and all that stuff. It's got a whole lot of flavor background from it. You're not going to put a lot of it in there. It's going to be in the background note at best, unless you're doing something like Eastern Indian. Unless you're having some Vietnamese cuisine or something like that, you're probably not going to be having a ton of fish sauce in anything. But it's a good addition for adding some savoriness type flavor to it, or umami, or... Should also do this. This is a favorite of ours in chat here. Favorite of mine, rather. I like and use MSG regularly. It's in most of my dishes, at least savory dishes. Accent? I probably got a ranging American accent. Or is that the European savory MSG-like ingredient? I'm trying to remember. What I have is Ajinomoto, which is like a crystalline. Okay, peppers and that's good. Bacon's good. Avocado's basically ready. We're sort of waiting on our bagels. Let's get some water boiling so we have water ready to boil them when they are. Looking forward to tomorrow. Or not tomorrow, Wednesday. Got a new phone for the holidays. Gonna be using my old phone to be my new main camera. And yeah, looking forward to that. Still gotta do some scenes. Definitely gotta do cleanup before. Yep, ranch is definitely MSG filled. I find it hilarious how we have all of these vegan fanatics. I don't want to. That makes me sound like I'm talking down vegans. I'm not trying to. But going into the store and buying these, and at least locally we have this popcorn that's got yeast extract all over it. And it's one of the big hits. And to know that they're basically eating, a savory equivalent of meat on their popcorn while trying to call themselves vegan. Just love the smell of this stuff. Gotta love it. The world of Twitch. Graham Elliott tweets out Hassan Hobby here on Twitch. And I refreshed my following page a little bit ago. And what is Hassan doing right now? Watching Graham Elliott illegally? I just don't understand the mentality, the meta of let's stream Top Chef and Master Chef and ad nauseum until we get in trouble for it. Take a 3-day break and come back with a larger audience than we had before for breaking the law. But that's Twitch. I'd say that's doubled. I mean, that's basically, it was touching the top, you can see. Sorry, Darth. My bot's a little... Anything.tv, anything. If you just put a dot between two words without a space, sometimes it'll get you. Don't worry about it. Alright, punch down time. pan ready for our bagels. Because we're shaping bagels now. Ball these up. We got any No Pixel fans in the stream tonight? Pasta. They are all one word, by the way. There are no combinations. Well, there might be a combination of two words, but I mean, there's no spaces involved here with the scramble. We have a battle ready. Let's go to war. Be back one second. On Wednesday, I wouldn't even be out of frame right now. Victory. Victory! Toto getting those kills for us. Entropy helping out with the assist. Entropy and Head Mama Bear getting the scrolls. Congratulations. Thank you for the support. Time to kill the boss. I think we have to probably, yeah, we're gonna have to go after these things and then that. So we're gonna have to go through here or through here. So you're going to be close to one of the paths, and I'll of course probably give haste because we're gonna have to run around. What do we have for definition of patatas? Just potatoes. It's just Spanish for potatoes. I will caution anyone hoping to conquer the world in sprinkles. It's going to be pretty hard to do it 10 points at a time. The scramble is a little bit more for fun and chat and some interesting words and a little discussion. Going to be much more successful at earning sprinkles by watching. Okay, so these aren't perfect circles, but now we're gonna poke our holes through the center. Actually, that's maybe a little too small, because we're going to allow these to proof a bit more, and they're actually going to expand also in the water when we boil them. But unlike donuts, we just force a circle in there. We just poke our thumb through. There's no donut, there's no bagel holes. Well, you could have thought that I was doing the triangles like that, because that's sort of how croissants are done. They're often cut into triangles before they're rolled. Bagel holes. I would strongly disagree with that statement. They are very different. I would say a hush puppy is the twin of the donut. As I mean, these are going to be boiled and then they're going to be baked. And I guess some donuts are proofed. I might be making my holes too large this time. This is only, my second time doing this at home as far as making bagels. The first time I did it, I ended up with nice looking bagels, but they did sort of crowd the center. I made the hole too small. So we're going large, and maybe a little too large here tonight, but we'll see. Favorite kind of bagel? That's a great question for chat. and they can all explain to me why it's in everything bagel. Alright, so we got our bagels. I'm going to take another pan, just set that over the top of it and allow them to hang out for a little bit longer. Yeah, there is something. I forget where. It was on Discord somewhere. I don't remember what server it was. But someone recommended, and I completely agree, that blueberry bagels are a great breakfast sandwich bagel because it's like there's a little bit of jam already pre-made into the bagel. So we're going to give this another 10-15 minutes here. Actually, I think I'm going to take a 9-minute break here. We'll do an AFK. We'll let these bagels proof for a minute as they are here in the pan. And we'll come back to finishing bagels and making our sandwiches. I'm going to raise the temperature of the oven to 425. And I will see you lovely folks here in about 9 minutes.
Folks, why do you eat Wheaties?
We like it.
But did you know it's always been whole wheat with all the bran, and bran is one of nature's best sources of food fiber.
That's news to us.
Wheaties breakfast this morning?
Sure, it helps me feel fit.
But do you know Wheaties has bran fiber your body may need?
That's news to me.
Why Wheaties?
Oh, we love the taste.
I have for years. But do you know for years you've been getting something extra for your diet? Bran fiber?
Well, that's news to me.
Wheaties. It's brand news.
What? Keeping the coffee in the icebox?
Yes, Mr. Jones, it's a new kind of coffee, roasted by a new secret process. Hence, this new none such coffee has a different flavor, a flavor preserved by vacuum packing, the flavor retained by refrigeration after the jar has been opened. Just taste it. You can't miss that delicate aroma, that clean, mellow taste. Yes, in cooking, the way to a man's heart is most of all through the coffee pot. In every jar, you'll find 3 special pointers, valuable in all methods of making coffee. Try new none such coffee now. Use half the jar. If not 100% satisfied, get all your money back from your grocer without argument. Special for movie week, only 28 cents a pound, plus 3 cents refundable deposit on the jar.
Schmidt's Blue Ribbon Bread gives you 7 ounces of non-fat milk solids in every loaf, the equal of 90 quarts a year if you serve it regularly. Every sandwich you make, every snack, gives you extra milk. For wonderful flavor combined with sound food values, serve Schmidt's Blue Ribbon Bread in the pantry pack.
Next week, George and Gracie will be brought to you by Carnation.
Hiya, happy boy. Wish you'd been with me today. We saw a great dog show, some beautiful dogs. There was the handsomest poodle, a real beauty, an international champion. His owner gave me some good advice.
There are many dog foods on the market, but the Carnation Company makes the best. It's called Friskies, and it's quality all the way through.
You should have seen the champion collie. He won everything in sight. The handler told me.
A very important part of this champion's diet is meat. That's why we feed him Friskies. The principal ingredient is lean red horse meat, the best you can buy.
So happy, you're getting real quality, and you're going to get your Friskies right now.
Friskies is prepared to the high standards of Carnation Company and guarantees prime-grade nourishment.
It's the newest, most exciting sound in town. It's a General Electric blender that's going around. Completely new from base to lid. Take it apart, see what they did. The non-skid base is the lowest you'll ever see.
The decanter has a 36-ounce blending capacity.
The non-spill lid is really smart. For blending convenience, it comes apart. Add additional ingredients, if you will. Look, no splash, see no spill. Put them all together and you know it's true. The General Electric blender is best for you. If you want to know another reason why,
It's only 10 1/2 inches high.
stores easily on the counter or on a shelf. There's 1,000 things you can make yourself.
Make party spreads.
Great cabbage heads. Blend the meatloaf for a family of 8. Make ice-cold drinks you'll appreciate. Now's the time for you to buy the General Electric blender.
Did he say only 10 1/2 inches high?
3, 2, 1, blast off. She's up. Come in ideal countdown control. Ready for second launching.
Atlas moving into position.
Fuel her up.
All set.
Countdown.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, blast off! There she goes!
Yes, you can be in command of your own ideal countdown. It's a real electronic missile base. You sit at the controls and move missiles into place. You count down. You blast off. You track the flight. The ideal countdown comes complete with moon missile and lunar probe, as well as a giant atlas. Get your electronic ideal countdown now, wherever good toys are sold.
It's a wonderful toy. It's ideal.
When you have a Labatt's, you have an adventure. Canadian Light, that's Labatt's. It's a great new taste in beer. Enjoy import quality at USA prices. Have an adventure. Have a Labatt's. Alexis Lachine wines are full of flavor. Alexis Lachine wines are dry. Alexis Lachine wines are mellow. Drink an Alexis Lachine wine with any kind of food. Or anytime you feel like relaxing with a drink. Alexis Lachine, fine French wines.
Now, a new creation from Seal Test. Cottage cheese in ready-to-serve portions. Handy envelopes bring you brand new convenience and ease. Zip, it's open, quick and neat. Just the amount you need, the easy way to serve cottage cheese. The rest stays moist and creamy, ready for next time.
Are they handy? Cottage cheese in ready-to-serve portions.
So easy to use, quick, and no bother at all.
The rest stays really fresh, moist, and creamy.
Yes, serving cottage cheese was never as easy as this. Seal Test's new square package with handy, ready-to-serve portions. Zip, it's open, simple as can be. The rest stays moist and creamy fresh. You'll love Seal Test cottage cheese in new, ready-to-serve portions. Get some soon.
A pleasure, Milton. In just a moment, we'll see how well Milton does at the Pentagon. But if you want to see busy hands at your house, just you offer this lively Christmas party dip that's so good to serve with king-size Fritos corn chips. Just follow the recipe right on the Fritos package. Of course, it calls for the famous Philadelphia brand cream cheese, an 8-ounce package, which we blended with 2 tablespoons of milk till it's nice and smooth, like so. Then come 2 tablespoons of Kraft cream-style horseradish for zesty flavor, a 1/4 teaspoon of Worcestershire sauce, and finally, a dash of salt. And we'll blend our Philly mixture again. And when party time comes, let the folks enjoy this wonderful Philly horseradish dip with crisp king-size Fritos. There are those busy hands. Just remember, you make the best-tasting dips with the freshest-tasting cream cheese you can buy. Philadelphia brand cream cheese, made only by Kraft.
If you've ever been to Venice, you remember the gondolas and the picturesque waterways. And you remember the food, too. Superb food, prepared with that very special Italian touch. The same special Italian touch that Chef Boyardee sauce with meat can give to your meals over here. Because the recipe for this tangy sauce has been brought over from Italy by this famous Italian chef. Chef Boyardee sauce with meat is made from juicy, sun-ripened tomatoes and tender, quality beef, simmered in a spicy sauce that makes a rice and cheese loaf, a casserole, or a spaghetti dish a real Italian-style dish. So when you'd like to add that special Italian touch to your dinner, do it with Chef Boyardee sauce with meat. Try Chef Boyardee sauce with mushrooms, too. Both are prepared from the chef's own Italian recipe.
All right, I'm back. We're back. Yeah, just about everyone, well, every one of those commercials has something that made me go, what? And after you watch them a couple times, there's usually 2 or 3 things that make you go, what? Yeah, some of those are really fun. Those are all owned by the Smithsonian, by the way. They're all free to use. So we're going to boil our bagels next. We got our water boiling back behind me here on the stove. We'll switch that over to the main burner here. I say main burner because it's the main burner for the camera. In all reality, this is my best burner. But this is the one I can do a zoom on. Turn the heat off on those onions and peppers now. Turn this up pretty much all the way. Giving our bagels a moment here, and so they've poofed up a little bit and smoothed out a little bit. Absolutely, Darth. All that stuff was sold as it was good for you and solve all your illnesses back in the day. That was the whole thing. Still have a government contract allowing them to import coca leaves. At least I believe they do. They at least did up until like the 90s or something like that, but I believe it's still chemically, I mean, they have their merchandise items. If you Google the Coca-Cola merchandise items, they're the ingredients in the recipe. And one of them is coca leaves. Oh yeah. Oh, there's all sorts of stuff. Yeah. Everyone here on Twitch loves G Fuel and Advanced GG. take a look in the ingredients and tell me that filler isn't in the first top 5 ingredients. Using synthetic sugars and... Ugh. I sort of think those are like modern snake oil. They all have silica in them, which are doing nothing but bulking up their product. They're all nutritional supplements, which allows them to skirt FDA rules and put things in them that are not normally food ingredients. It's still somewhat regulated, but they also don't have to be done in a food-safe environment, and so they're probably just packed in a dirty warehouse somewhere. Yeah, yeah, silica. Take these over here to the boiling water here, a little closer. They'll be easier to transfer once we're done out of the water. That as high as that water is going right now, though. So we're doing actually most of our cooking right here. This is going to set our bagels. They're going to cook the outsides of them. And that outside is going to then allow us to brown it much easier in the oven and get that chewy exterior. Starting off with the ones that I was worried about touching other ones. This one actually was touching a different one when I first started it. Not sure about that one, Darth. Well, that one I agree too, but that's because it takes you pound for pound of beef, pound of almonds. It's going to take you more water to grow the almonds than the beef. Water system here in California is just a mess. They're trying to make it better, but it's still just all controlled by the farms. I need an egg yolk ready for this. For these, we're gonna do an egg wash on these, and we're gonna need something to dip these in too. So if you're guessing what type of bagels we're making tonight, don't have to guess anymore. That's our next step after a boiling here. We're going to be coating them in an egg. And then we'll dip them in the seasoning. Vital to war. Let's take on the boss. We gonna do this? I think we got it. It's gonna take some work though. Ooh, what's that? Maybe I take that back. Wow, that's just demolishing things. Oh, we got that no problem. Nice! Victory! Victory! Entropy getting that scroll. That concludes our map. Get some more goodies here for myself. Ooh, we'll let chat decide. We go top, bottom, or middle there while I look at our bagel back here in the water and give it a flip. Got a gold chest up here, got a green chest here. And a blue chest. I don't see how we get to the gold chest and go to either the blue or the green. We can do the blue and the green though. I think blue and green is our best path here. So we'll start from the top. I'm gonna put my tank right there, right underneath this army here. Let's see what we get here in 30 minutes. Don't think I'm fitting all 8 of these on one tray here. I was hoping I would. Doesn't look like I will. Where am I located? I live in Sonoma County, California. Wine territory. I've lived in my current home here for a little over a decade. This is a rental. Love it out here. Wish I could afford to buy a home just like that out here, but they're pricey. We run out of music? No, just between songs. We're getting at least a minute on each side of these bagels, which is what I'm not being very accurate about it, but that's what we're shooting for here. And I flipped most of them a couple of times, trying to get even heat distribution. And they're growing at every step here, if you notice. These are getting nice and poofy, and the holes are much smaller than I initially made them. I'm going to take our egg mixture here. We'll start brushing these. I'm certain you can do dairy of some sort, or you can do perhaps a starch alternative. It's mostly giving us color, so Nice! Using the follower emotes. Not the best choice of bowl for this. I needed something that was a little bit wider and flatter. This would have been better on a... What made me choose to start streaming? I've been taking photos of my food for many, many years. And this was just sort of the next natural progression. Streaming is actually just a bonus. I mean, I started off just filming everything, but getting to do chat and everything just makes it that much better. Because I hate writing. I mean, that's wrong. I don't hate writing, but I don't do well assigning myself the time to do writing. And this saves me from having to do recipes, from having to any of that stuff. I have a visual record of everything I've done. Want to try something new or different from before? Just go and look it up. And I am certain that in my lifetime, well, expected lifetime, that AI will get good enough that it'll just be able to go through the old videos and be able to pick out that sort of stuff anyways. We're down to our last couple here, so I'm going to start just sprinkling this on. It's not going to be as good as the first four. Oops. You see the difference there between boiled and unboiled? Why are my eggs still up? I'm gonna move around my pans here because I'm gonna have to put both of these in the oven. Or rather, where my shelves are. I had one of them way up high the other night for doing some broiling. Okay, last of our bagels for the egg wash and seasoning. These are all going to go in the oven for 20-25, somewhere in there. Use much more seasoning this time, apparently. Oh, I did a bunch of different... Last time I did bagels, I did a couple different types. And I was left over with seasoning mix that I had egg wash in it. Ended up using that to coat a chicken just to use it up. Alright, 425 degree oven with both of our trays of bagels. Set a timer for 15 minutes because we're going to want to turn those around in the oven, and we don't want them to sit there the entire time in the same direction. We'll get rid of our hot boiling water. That pan. I want to use that pan. Let's get rid of this. We need some cheese for these dinners tonight. So you got some Sonoma made Jack and cheddar here. Thank you for that alert phone that's like an hour late. But we need these for sandwiches, so Need some slices. Pan is dry now behind me. Let's get going with our steak. After these cheeses go back in the fridge. I love cheese too, but the older I get, the less it seems to love me. Back on with the full flame on that already hot pan there. Add a bit of canola. Again, just using canola because it's what they had at the store at the moment. Much prefer sunflower. Much more advocate for people using sunflower. Reason I advocate for sunflower is because it's perfectly good oil to use. It's got a nice high smoke point for high heat cooking. It's very neutral, but it also, in order to produce that oil, takes the least footprint. It takes the least amount of soil, the least amount of space. And so, I mean, there's a lot of other things being touted for their ecological benefit. A lot of that is junk when you consider how much it takes to create these oils. We'll start with our thick piece of steak here. Just leaving the marinade on, whatever is left there from the marinade. Our soy Worcestershire, dash of fish sauce, some seasonings. Baby tongs. Oh, I didn't hit, well, we have soy in there, but I didn't hit this with any salt. So I'm going to hit the surface of the other side here with some salt. For science. very obviously going to have to cut against the grain on this. I'm going to treat this almost like fajitas, almost like I'm cooking a piece of flank, because this is... I honestly think this is a piece of the flank steak. You get a couple of different definitions on what flat meat is. It's not a very specific term. And so... We continue my not love of the butchery on this quarter steer. But the beef has been great, and I mean, ecologically, it was raised in the same county, a pasture raised, ocean view better than I have. I don't have an ocean view at all. Welcome, Raiders! How is everyone doing this lovely evening? Thank you for that raid, Bitter Dan. What were we cooking tonight? What was the menu tonight? Hello, everyone. I'm Jason. I stream here on Twitch 4 nights a week. We're working on making bagels tonight. I'm currently sharing off some flat meat steak that I'm going to use for some steak sandwiches. We're going to do some breakfast sandwiches. French onion soup and pesto. Awesome. Pesto. Nice. How'd the sandwich turn out? Yes. We are fans of the MSG here. We got some cooked onions and peppers. That's what we got chilling up here. I sliced up a little cheese for things. Bagels are currently in the oven. We got another 4 minutes on those before I do my first check on them. I covered them all in an egg wash after boiling them, and with everything seasoning. Yeah, Bitter Dan's great chef. You're a fan of classicals, the French, done well with detail work. Bitter Dan is a great source. Ooh, that's a nice high emote. Nope, that's the same steak. Pretty good gaming. Just different side. Highly recommend Twitch Turbo, by the way. That way you get to watch all of your streamer friends without ads, your streamer friends still get ad revenue. And it's basically as cheap as subscribing to one person. We'll let that one rest. We'll put the thinner one back on the fire. I cut it in half. This is considerably thinner cut of meat than the first one, but it's about the same size in the pan. Yep. I'm gonna give those bagels another 5 minutes. No, they don't much advertise it at all. But it's, yeah. If you're a Twitch viewer, you watch more than one streamer, it's probably worth it. And if you're someone like me, I have an entirely different account just for watching NoPixel with like 100 plus accounts linked to it. And it's a lifesaver for being able to jump through multiple perspectives in the role-playing server without getting ads every single time you change. I was starting to talk about that server earlier today. They're going ridiculous. They had like a 60-person war this morning. Like all-out war with like military vehicles. Let's do our stream battle. Stream Raiders battle. Let's see. I think we're gonna go for haste. Once every 30 minutes. You can add a new character to the playing field once every 5 minutes. Uh-oh. Oh, we got it. Okay, cool. I glanced over there and saw a bunch of skulls. I was worried that we were losing. Entry getting those scrolls, had Mama Bear getting the kills, or Enjo helping out with them assists. Probably going to be our last battle of the evening here. Maybe not. Maybe one more, but somewhere close here. Let's start up here in the corner. Flame off in that pan. we're going to continue to let the steak rest a little while. That pan be smoking. That flame is off. That's still smoking. But we got bagels. We got bagels. Thank you for that sub, Darth223. Appreciate that Prime sub. Bagels. Okay, trying to think through everything that I need to do for these. I think I'm going to go ahead and do the steak and cheese ones first, and we'll do the breakfast ones second. So we'll get our... We need to... So we don't want to let these rest a good 10 minutes or so. Bagels are amazing. They're a little fuss, but I mean, they're pretty good. Do I want to go ahead and slice a couple of these up? No, I want to let these sit for another 5 minutes or so. What else do we have that we need to do for tonight's dinner? We have everything but the avocado sliced, basically. And the eggs cooked. We got our bacon ready. We got everything ready. Bacon. I don't have to let them sit as much because I'm gonna immediately toast them. But yeah, you gotta let them sit if you're not gonna toast them. Even with toasting them, I want to let them sit there for a couple minutes. So how is everyone doing? How's everyone's Monday? What's new? What's happened? What's new and exciting in everyone's? What's everyone's tried new? We had a conclusion to our weekly ingredient challenge vote in the Discord. So Wednesday I'm going to be back here doing dinner and dessert using Oreos as my ingredient. That should be an interesting one for the savory side. Not quite sure what I'm going to do for that. And Oreo, actually, I had to flip a coin in order to choose Oreo over bison meat. So it could have been that I had to do dessert with bison meat on Wednesday, but it's not how the coin flipped. Yeah, that's what immediately comes to mind when you think savory and chocolate is mole. And I love the idea, but I also have done mole, I think, at least twice now because I had chocolate ingredients. I almost want to try and find something a little bit more interesting that I've done before. That's probably something I would have done, Candy Bear. When I had venison as an ingredient challenge, I did candied venison cookies. There's only so much you can do in the meat world, short of like pureeing it and turning it into something completely different. They're still too soft. I want to let them cool a little bit. Maybe I should... Stop.
Good morning.
Stop. Silly Google Assistant. I don't know why it's trying to wake me up. I mean, it's 7 o'clock at night. Bagel. Bagel. Nothing wrong about ramen noodles. I love me some ramen noodles every now and then. They're absolutely... I absolutely do not have 2 cases of ramen noodles right there for, you know, the odd off-stream night that I want some 3-minute noodles. Absolutely not there. Thanks for joining in, Pretty Good Gaming. Enjoyed your company. Hope you have a great evening. We're going to start off with some butter in this pan for browning our bagels. For our steak and cheese bagel. But yeah, I prefer butter to oil. Yeah, Darth, I wish I could have gotten a little bit better proof. I sometimes rush things here on stream because it's an extra half hour that I'm just standing here waiting for things to proof sometimes. It's like, I thought I had that at a higher heat. Why ain't you sizzling? I'm sure our beef has sat long enough now that it's sliceable. So let's see what we got against the grain. So hopefully it pulls apart. Yep, that's beef. Trying to cut my finger off there. Did I get myself good? Nope. Lucked out. They got a pretty good flame underneath there. I'm surprised they're not cooking more. Or toasting up a bit more. But I'm happy with that. That's a nice medium rare cook. That's going to be yummy for our sandwich. Why won't you brown? This pan is like stupid hot. And you can't even see what I'm talking about. That pan is smoking. And that bagel is not browning enough for me. Okay, so for our steak sandwich, we'll start off with a light layer of arugula. Actually, I take that back. And toss this into the oven. Just to melt that cheese. What do we got good for throwing that quick in the oven? None of those are going to heat up quick enough for me. That's not going to heat up quick enough for me. Let's just do a sheet pan. So while that's warming up, we'll work on our egg sandwich. We'll start toasting our bun for our eggs breakfast sandwich. So over here on the stove again, we'll get some more butter on the pan. Starting to get there. The oven's off, but it's still got plenty of heat. Steak is just calling me. I mean, how can I look at that and not wanna? Ugh. Good stuff. I'll live with that. Warm up our bacon that I cooked off pretty much first thing here. What am I cooking? That's what I'm cooking. Welcome in. We got fresh bagels here tonight. Easter-ese bagels that I've already baked. Right now I'm toasting them off. We're working on finishing up a steak salad, or a steak sandwich, and a breakfast sandwich. Warming up the bacon, getting a little of that bacon oil in the pan for the egg. Thank you for that follow. Oh, come on, flip for me, pan. Don't really have the slope sides there, but we have our steak sandwich there. We're going to put our breakfast sandwich bread on there to melt too. The oven isn't on anymore, but it's still warm from doing the bagels earlier. Bit more butter out, get the eggs back out. And we're going to do sunny side up egg. Or fried egg, depending on your definition. While that egg is finishing up, let's finish up our steak sandwich here. So we got our bottom bagel toasted. You got lots of jack cheese there. We're gonna add our arugula from earlier. Before I forgot I needed to melt the cheese on this bad boy. And peppers and caramelized onions. I think that looks freaking amazing. I wish I could show you lovely folks the angle that I have on it. Let's get all the stuff out of the way around the board on this. Keeping a loose eye on that egg. I got it down pretty far that I'm just letting it cook through. Let's take some photos of this deliciousness. That's not what I want. Photos. There we go. Brand new phone. Learning how to take photos with this thing. Then we gotta get the hand shot. For chat, you can see that loveliness there. So that's sandwich number 1 tonight. Sandwich number 2. Heat off on that egg. Sandwich number 2. Start off with more greens. You're going to sort of light on the bottom though. We're going to do 2 doses of arugula on this one. Now we're going to stack our bacon. Avocado. egg, which hopefully slides around in this pan. Nope, not quite. We do have a liquidy yolk still. Salt, pepper, MSG, bit more arugula, and our top bun with more cheddar. Let's get a photo of this deliciousness. Then we gotta get the picture with the broken yolk. Let's get a photo of, see if I can do a hand grab on this. We're gonna leave that one whole because even though I poked the yolk, it's gonna be a mess when you cut through it. Well, let's give some close-ups here to the main view camera, which has got the best color. We'll start off with our breakfast Sammy with the arugula, egg, and bacon on our everything bagel. Some avocado in there. And then we got our steak sandwich. Again with arugula, jack cheese, peppers and onions. All that good jazz. And we got a bunch of other bagels to use for other lovely things here in the near future. Breakfasts, what have you. So thank you everyone for joining tonight. Let's do our last battle here. Let's see how this battle goes. I have no idea how this one works. Lots of range just pelting us from like across the map too. Losing a lot of people really quick here. I don't know how long we're gonna last. You want me to, Darth? I will. Uh-oh. Yeah, this isn't gonna end well for us, folks. I don't think we're gonna win this one. Look at all those arrows just coming from across the map just to kill us. Boo. We'll have to give that one another try on Wednesday when we're cooking with Oreos. We'll have a new vote up on Wednesday. If you want your own suggestions, possibly into the ingredient challenge, there is a channel for doing that. You're welcome to add them. There's some guidelines. Please do so. Please vote for the other suggestions if you see some other ones in there you like. And on Wednesday, we'll start up a new vote for next week. But Wednesday is going to be Oreos. Let's give this thing a shot here. Let's see what this egg and bacon and cheese deliciousness is like here. Avocado really works well with this. Thank you for joining me. Worst thing about having a mustache is getting egg yolk in it. Like, it instantly, like, solidifies into... It's like it's wax in your beard. Well, thank you for joining me. Do we have anyone guiding the raid tonight? Thank you for that follow, Nemo sign. Apologize for my slow name. Like, I used to have one of those curly mustache things, and I used to put wax in my... I don't bother with it anymore. It feels exactly like putting wax in your beard. It just, like, instantly solidifies it. Let's see here. So we will continue Stream Raiders on Wednesday. Give a refresh of my page here to see who's on out there. Well, I'm going to pass you folks off to another lovely maker and creator that I met during my mixer streaming days. And so it's a little bit different stream than usual that I'm going to pass you folks off to, but wonderful gentleman. Very informative. Let's make sure I've got his... There we go. I'm going to pass you lovely folks off to hang out with Weasel Effect. He's a musician. I don't know if he's really playing much today. I think he's doing harmonica repair tonight. So if you ever were really curious about the minor details, I mean, there is so much into such a small, simple little instrument that I've really appreciated just working in his chat a couple of times when he's just repairing things. I hope you enjoy. I greatly greatly appreciated you all joining me tonight, and I hope to see you all again Wednesday. Until then, have a great time. Bye-bye now.